What up, it's your boy Pat, aka That Varsity Geek, here with another weekend recommendation video for the week of June 19th through the 21st. Now, there's a lot of good news in the sporting world. We're starting to get things back. The NBA is slated to come back in July, but while you're waiting for that to come around, why don't you check out the NBA 2K League. Now, the NBA 2K League is one of the most popular sporting leagues when you're talking about sporting gaming. And it's the first esports league to be owned by an American company. The 2K League pits some of the best NBA 2K players against each other in heated battles and is very entertaining. Now, today is the 5th day of their mid-season tip-off tournament. And as such, you can watch the final day of play at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, YouTube Gaming, and also on ESPN3. Now, in the 2K League, teams are matched up throughout the year, giving every single team at least 8 total games that count toward the regular season. Each match is played in a best-of-3 system, where each series counts as one regular season win or loss. The 2K League has teams representing various different cities, and most of the cities that you're going to see in the NBA, such as LA, Miami, Cleveland, Atlanta, and many more. And currently there are a total of 23 NBA 2K teams, and so they represent almost every franchise in the NBA. Now, the teams compete in 5-on-5 play with their own unique 2K characters. So you're not going to see NBA stars in the game like LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi, Luka Doncic, any of those kind of players. You're going to see each team competing with 5 individual 2K players that they created. But because of that, you'll see characters in these games with absolutely insane abilities and archetypes that you're not going to see from many, if any, NBA players. Like, you can really have a 7-foot-tall ball handler who can jump, shoot, and do everything and can't dunk. You can do anything that you really want in 2K based on height and abilities, strength, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of player archetypes each team goes with. Now, this is going to be similar to what you saw in the NBA 2K tournament that they had with the NBA players a couple of months ago, except you're going to have 5 players controlling one character each. So each player is pretty much controlling one person on the court, which makes teamwork in this league very, very important. And frankly, these are professional 2K players. I know NBA players play 2K, but these guys play 2K for a living. They're obviously going to be better at it than the NBA players are, so you're going to have a lot better quality of game going on when you're watching it, especially because the teams are all made up of high-level NBA characters. Whereas on a normal team, you're going to have a couple of duds in the starting lineup. Here, you're going to pretty much all have 99s. So while you wait for the NBA season to come back in July, go ahead and check out the NBA 2K League. It's, a little something to whet the appetite and to hold you over until the NBA comes back. And now for all my geeks and nerds out there, I am hyped to tell you that Netflix has dropped the anime One Piece onto its streaming platform. So like I said, last week Netflix dropped One Piece onto it, and it is one of the longest running anime that's ever come out. One Piece is set in a world where pirates run rampant, using their strength to really do whatever they want and just live freely. The show follows the story of a young pirate named Monkey D. Luffy as he gathers up a crew and goes and tries to become the king of the pirates by finding the legendary treasure, the One Piece. And if you haven't seen the show, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. The One Piece is the treasure that was left behind by the former king of pirates, Goldie Roger, before he died. And so he pretty much started the age of the pirates, giving a speech before he was beheaded, inspiring an entire generation of pirates to come out to start looking for his treasure, with everybody fighting to be the next king of the pirates. And One Piece dropped in 1999 and is still currently going on, with 929 episodes and counting. The world of One Piece is vibrant, colorful, funny, full of action, and just has so many nice detailed elements that are honestly a joy to watch. Now, in this world, there are special fruits called devil fruits, which upon eating them, bestow the person that ate them with special powers, such as Monkey D. Luffy's Gum Gum fruit, which turns his body into rubber and pretty much gives it the properties of rubber. He can stretch his arms and his legs and creates moves based on that. He's resistant to lightning and electric attacks, all of those kinds of things. So these devil fruits introduce a new power dynamic into the show, which just makes all of the fights and all the characters super cool and super interesting to watch. Just seeing how they use their individual powers to fight, to create combat moves, and just do whatever they need to do as pirates, marines, whatever they are. Unfortunately, with every power, there's a cost. And devil fruits, once they're eaten, cause their user to lose the ability to swim because of some kind of curse that the devil fruits bestow on the people. They haven't really explained what that curse is up to this point, but you eat a devil fruit, gain cool powers, you can't swim anymore. So you gotta be really careful, because for a pirate, being in the water is kind of a big deal. Now, One Piece has been in the game for many decades and still sits as one of the top anime with its Wano arc currently going on. This is the first time it's been available on one of the big streaming platforms instead of like Funimation and Crunchyroll, which are just anime focused. So it's really cool to be able to go and watch it there and not have to pay for another subscription to do so. And so now it's joining top anime like Bleach and Naruto on Netflix. Those three being pretty much the big three anime of the 2000s. And so now you have all of those in one place ready to watch. And so the first 4 seasons of One Piece are what were dropped on Netflix. And if you haven't gotten into One Piece because it's honestly a little daunting to come into a show with that many episodes from the rip, if you got left behind and you didn't get a chance to catch up, this is a good time to jump in. Just watch the first 4 seasons, a little bite-sized morsel. It can maybe get you into the show and convince you to start watching a little bit more of it. So go ahead and check that out. And for all my gamers out there, there's some great news for you guys. Definitely go out and pick up The Last of Us 2. It's a sequel to 2013's The Last of Us, which was an action-adventure survival horror game, and it finally dropped today, June 19th. The game is set 5 years after the original game, and in this installment you're going to play as Ellie, which was the young girl that was along for the ride in the first game. During The Last of Us 2, in the post-apocalyptic world that Ellie is in, she comes into contact with a mysterious cult and ends up having problems with them. And so that's pretty much the setup and basis for the game as far as we know right now, is that she's going through this world in the same way that she did in the first one, and she's having problems with this cult, doing different kinds of things, and honestly just trying to survive. And it's got all the things that you saw in the original game that made you love it. It's got the world being taken over by a mutant fungus, causing everybody to turn into zombie-like creatures known as the Infected. It's got that classic action-adventure style gameplay that you're used to with Naughty Dog games, as well as the original The Last of Us, and all the survival horror aspects in the first game, but done in a different way and brought up to a new level. So it gives you that old game nostalgia, but with a couple of new tricks and things here and there. And so like I was saying, even though there are the old aspects there, the gameplay has been improved in some significant ways for The Last of Us 2. Things such as allowing you a lot more freedom of movement in the world, allowing you to get better vantage points by climbing or jumping, because you're going to be having Ellie, who's a lot more agile than the protagonist from the first one. It also allows you to crawl around in the prone position, allowing you a little bit of a different element when you're trying to hide from the Infected, probably hide from the cult members that are out there you're having a problem with, all different kinds of things. The Last of Us 2 also brings back Listen Mode, which allows Ellie to find out the position of enemies using a heightened sense of hearing. And then there's also going to be a ton of little quirks and additions here and there that are really going to differentiate this game from the original, such as guard dogs, which have been added to the game, which have the ability to track down the player. Now this game is 6 years in the making, leaving players just itching for more from this series, and so it's great that it's finally coming out, even though it was delayed multiple times. Fans have been waiting for it for so long, so I'm glad to say that the wait is over. It's finally dropped today, and it is definitely something that you need to go check out and play if you're an action-adventure fan, if you're a survival horror fan, or if you just love great video games. And so, there's nothing else to say about it. Go out and play it. So, those are my recommendations for this week. As always, let me know if there's anything going on this week or next week that I didn't touch on and you want me to put in the next video. Let me know your thoughts on all of these, your thoughts on The Last of Us 2, what you think of One Piece, the characters, all of that, and if you're going to check out the NBA 2K League. So I've been Pat, just giving you guys some recommendations for something to do this weekend. Peace out, and go have a good time.